Presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is facing scrutiny this week after questions emerged over what happened to millions of dollars he allegedly raised for veterans at a fundraiser in January. Trump held the fundraiser after he refused to take part in a debate organized by Fox News. At the time, Trump claimed he had raised over $6 million, but a recent Washington Post investigation revealed that only about half of the money was actually paid out to veterans groups. Soon after the Post article was published, Trump began cutting more checks. More than a dozen veterans groups reported receiving money from Trump over the past week. On Tuesday, Trump held a press conference to defend his actions.
I have raised a tremendous amount of money for the vets, almost $6 million, and more money is going to come in, I believe, over the next little while, too. But I've raised almost $6 million. All of the money has been paid out. I have been thanked by so many veterans groups throughout the United States. One gentleman called me up recently crying that out of the blue he got a check for $100,000. But I have been thanked by so many groups, great veterans groups. And by the way, outside you have a few people, they're picketing. They're sent there by Hillary Clinton, and they're picketing that the money wasn't sent. The money has all been sent.
Donald Trump went on to attack the news media for raising questions about the money. At the news conference, Trump called CNN's Jim Acosta, quote, a real beauty, and ABC News reporter Tom Llamas a sleaze.
I'm not looking for credit, but what I don't want is when I raise millions of dollars, have people say, like this sleazy guy right over here from ABC, he's a sleaze in my book. You're a sleaze because you know the facts, and you know the facts well.
When a reporter asked Trump if this is how he plans to conduct a White House news conference if elected president, Trump replied, quote, yes, it is. Meanwhile, in New York City, veterans rallied outside Trump Tower to denounce Trump for using them as campaign props. Perry O'Brien, who served as a medic in Afghanistan, criticized Trump's rhetoric.
I'm here because when I served in Afghanistan, I served with women, I served with Muslims, and I served with Latinos, all groups that Donald Trump has maligned and even threatened. All of those folks actually donned the uniform. They actually served their country. As far as we can see, as veterans and in the military community, Donald Trump only seems interested in serving himself.
Well, for more, we're joined by another member of Vets vs. Hate, who was outside Trump Tower in the news conference that Trump held. Julio Torres, he's an Iraq War veteran, currently serving in the military as a chaplain's assistant. He's also a graduate student at the Union Theological Seminary here in New York. Julio Torres, welcome to Democracy Now! Your thoughts on what happened inside the building as you were protesting outside. Why were you there?
Well, I was there because my fellow veteran brothers and sisters decided to take a stand against Trump's hate messages. You know, inside he was talking about the $6 million he raised and making arguments for that, but it's not about the money, it's about the integrity he has shown, or lack of integrity. And so myself and others stood up against that. We don't want to have our Muslim brothers and sisters, our Latino brothers and sisters used as scapegoats, and nor do we want to be used as prop for hates.
So could you talk about that? Because you've suggested it's not just Trump who uses veterans as props or pawns, but also Clinton.
Well, my understanding with Clinton is that she has made scapegoats out of people in the past, and I have yet to hear her apologize for it. And so that upsets me greatly when she calls black people super predators, when she's against immigrants looking for work, and she mentions undocumented, you know, and the troubles that they have, and some veteran supporter, but myself, I do not. But we're against any of the hate speech made by any of the candidates.
Can you talk about what you did in Iraq, Julio? Well,
so at the time I was in military intelligence as an analyst, mostly on a computer. We trends analysis and trying to figure out when we may get attacked by any of the groups out there. The times I interacted with Iraqis were when they were helping as janitors, very nice people. They just want to live in peace. And
when Donald Trump said he would allow no Muslims into the United States now,
that is upsetting to me. This is a country based on immigrants, and he's scapegoating a whole religion and many nations for the problems of some, and that is upsetting.
Let's go back to July, when Donald Trump came under intense criticism from within his own party after he spoke disparagingly about the war record of Republican Senator John McCain, who was held as a prisoner of war in Vietnam for over 5 years. During an event in Iowa, Trump said he did not view McCain as a war hero.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you agree with that?
He's a war hero because he was captured, okay?
Unlike McCain, Trump did not serve in Vietnam. He received 4 student deferments between 1964 and 1968. Julio Torres, your response to what he was saying?
Well, I think that's shameful to say that he's not a veteran because he was captured.
Not a hero.
Or not a hero, excuse me. And I think it's just, you know, who could be a hero in a war to begin with, but at the same time, to say that he was captured and is not a hero, everyone is a hero, you know, that has done service for their country.
Well, speaking about your own military service in Iraq, initially you supported the war in Iraq, but then came to change your mind. Could you explain why?
Well, so at the time, I believed everything that the government was saying. And it turned out to be foolish in retrospect. When I found out that the weapons of mass destruction was a lie, I had a heartbreaking moment, what they call moral injury, because especially as a military intelligence, I saw the reports, I thought they were legitimate, and so I thought, oh, the government was telling the truth. But no, then I found out the government was telling lies, and I had to look deep into everything else that was going on and the possible repercussions of these lies. And so then I started getting more involved with social justice work, you know, going into religious ministry, hopefully in the future, and it made me reflect on all of that, and I couldn't be supportive of the war effort.
As we wrap up, your feelings about this election season and what you're encouraging people to do.
Well, as a member of Vets versus Hates, I'm encouraging anyone and everyone to stand up against any of the hate messages. I personally support one candidate in particular, but I'd rather not mention it to tarnish the reputation. We're a nonpartisan group. But veterans should not be used as a prop for hatred. We stand with our Muslim brothers and sisters, no matter what.
Julio Torres, I want to thank you for being with us. Iraq War vet, member of Vets versus Hate, currently serving in the military as a chaplain's assistant. He's a graduate student at the Union Theological Seminary here in New York. When we come